Someone is screaming at you. Their face is red. Their voice is loud. Every word is designed to destabilize you, to get a reaction, to pull you into the chaos they're already drowning in. And you just look at them, not with anger, not with contempt, with the calm of someone who has already won. That silence, that stillness, is not weakness. It is the highest expression of psychological power a human being can carry into any confrontation. Here's what no one talks about. In any conflict, the person who reacts first loses first. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how to stop reacting and start dominating, using 4 principles from a man who never lost a fight in 60 years, not once. Subscribe right now if you're new. This kind of content, practical, grounded, no fluff, is what this channel is built for. The first principle isn't about fighting, it's about watching. Musashi described his mental state during combat as observing from above, like a cloud drifting across the sky. He wasn't inside the storm, he was watching it from behind thick glass. Here's the difference most people never make. I am angry versus I notice I'm feeling angry right now. One sentence makes you the emotion, the other creates a gap between you and it. That gap, even a quarter of a second wide, is where your power lives. When you say I am angry, the anger drives. When you say I notice anger, you're still in the driver's seat. Try it the next time someone pushes you. Don't suppress it. Don't perform calm. Just name it silently. There it is. I feel that, and let it pass. You don't need to be made of stone. You need to be made of something that doesn't shatter. Here's something strange about the human brain. It cannot tolerate a vacuum. When you go quiet, genuinely, completely quiet, the other person panics. The silence feels like a void, and their mind will rush to fill it. They start explaining themselves, then over-explaining, then second-guessing, then apologizing. You said nothing. They tangled themselves in their own rope. This is not a trick. It's psychology. In any confrontation, whoever speaks first under pressure is usually the one trying to regain control. If you never lost it, you don't need to speak. Your silence is not absence. It is presence, heavier than any argument you could make. Before his most famous duel, Musashi did something almost no one talks about. He studied his opponent, Sasaki Kojiro, not as a fighter, but as a person. He noticed that Kojiro was vain, impatient, and relied on a very long blade. So Musashi showed up late, deliberately knowing the weight would unravel Kojiro's composure. He also carved his own wooden sword slightly longer than Kojiro's on the boat ride over. He had already won before they touched. This is what he called foresight, the ability to anticipate the emotional moves of another person before they make them. Not mind reading, pattern recognition. People under pressure become predictable. Anger narrows choices, fear creates hesitation, impatience reveals weakness. When you know what's coming, nothing surprises you. And when nothing surprises you, you stay calm while they spiral. Before any difficult conversation, take 30 seconds. Ask yourself 3 questions. 1. What emotional state is this person probably in right now? 2. What do they actually want from this interaction? 3. What are their most likely reactions? That 30-second exercise changes your nervous system's relationship to the conversation before it even starts. FBI hostage negotiators do this before every call. It's not magic, it's preparation passing itself off as composure. You can practice every mental technique in the world and still lose a confrontation the moment your body betrays you. Musashi knew this. He also knew that body language isn't just communication, it's physiology. How you hold yourself changes how you feel. The stoic gaze is not a death stare. It's not intimidation. It's clinical observation, the look of someone assessing a situation, not reacting to it. Soft focus, not blinking aggressively, not looking away, shoulders down, breathing slow, feet planted. When your posture signals that you don't perceive a genuine threat, something interesting happens. The other person's nervous system picks that up. They were expecting you to match their energy. When you don't, it destabilizes them far more than any counter-aggression would. And the micro-expressions watch these. A slight smile reads as mockery. A furrowed brow reads as fear. Your face is giving them constant feedback on how well their attack is working. Give them nothing to read, and they have nothing to aim at. Musashi noticed something in his opponents before every duel. The moment they felt fear or anger, their breathing changed. Short, fast, shallow. And from that point they were already gone. So he made breath a weapon. During training, he practiced strikes while maintaining slow, rhythmic breathing, because he understood that controlled breath equals controlled mind. The science backs this completely. Slow breathing activates the parasympathetic nervous system, the part that restores calm. Fast breathing does the opposite. It floods the brain with cortisol and shuts down rational thought. The technique is simple. Before any moment that requires you to be sharp, breathe in through your nose, 4 counts. Hold briefly. Breathe out through your mouth, 6 counts. That's it. 1 cycle is enough to interrupt the stress response. 2 or 3 cycles, and your mind clarifies in a way that's almost physical, like someone opened a window. Use it before a hard conversation. Use it in the middle of one. Press the internal reset button and watch how differently your words come out. The aggressor has a script. Every aggressor does. They push, you react, they escalate. You break, they win. When you offer silence instead, you shatter the script. They don't know what to do with someone who doesn't play. The pause itself becomes a response, and it's the most powerful one available. Then, when you finally speak, after a long, calm pause, your words carry 10 times the weight they would have otherwise. Not because you said more, because you said less, and they've been waiting. Use short sentences. Calm, low register, no explanations, no justifications, no performance of strength, just the point, clean. This is where most people fall apart in the middle of a confrontation. They started with a real reason, a genuine issue they needed to address. But within 60 seconds, they're re-litigating arguments from 3 years ago, cataloging grievances, competing to be the most wronged person in the room. The original point is completely gone. Musashi would say, fighting without a clear objective is fighting blind. His opponents entered duels drunk on ego, needing to prove something, afraid of something, angry about something. Musashi entered with a single clear intention. He knew exactly what outcome he was moving toward, and that clarity kept him from being swept up in the emotional weather of the moment. Before any conflict, a hard conversation, a difficult message, a meeting that's about to get heated, write 1 sentence. Just one. Your real objective. Something like, I want to resolve this without creating more damage. I want to state my position without losing my respect. I want to protect my peace. When emotions start rising mid-conversation, return to that sentence in your mind. Let it anchor you. Your words serve the purpose, not the wound, not the ego, not the audience. Purpose doesn't make you cold. It makes your emotions useful. The most dangerous person in any confrontation is not the loudest. It's the one who still knows why they're there, what they want, and exactly how much energy that situation deserves. Musashi figured this out with a sword. You can apply it in a meeting, a marriage, a text message. Emotional distance, anticipatory awareness, strategic breathing, action with purpose. These aren't ancient tactics. They're architecture, the structure underneath every interaction, where someone stayed calm and changed the room by doing it. Here's the challenge. The next time someone interrupts you, criticizes you, or tries to bait you into chaos, take 3 seconds. Just 3. Breathe once. Name what you're feeling, and then choose your response deliberately. The silence is the language of the person who has already decided they won't be controlled. Keep your composure, keep your clarity. That's the whole game. There's a moment in every confrontation where words stop mattering. You could have the perfect argument, the right facts, the moral high ground, and still lose completely because of the way you're standing. Musashi understood something that most people in the modern world have forgotten. The body speaks before the mouth does. And in any high-pressure situation, the body is always the more honest speaker. Before you say a single word, the person in front of you has already read your posture, your breath rate, your eye contact, the tension in your jaw. They've made a decision about whether you're a threat, whether you're afraid, and whether pushing harder will work. Your body already told them. So the question isn't whether your body is communicating. It always is. The question is, what is it saying? Let's start with the eyes, because that's where most people immediately fall apart. When someone confronts you aggressively, the instinct is to do one of two things. Stare back hard, like you're trying to win a competition, or look away, down to the side. Both are mistakes. Aggressive eye contact is a signal of reaction. It tells the other person you felt the threat and you're responding to it. You've already accepted their frame, that this is a fight, and you're in it. Looking away is worse. It reads as submission, and submission invites escalation. The aggressor senses the opening and pushes harder. Musashi's gaze was neither of those. He described it in the Book of Five Rings as seeing everything and focusing on nothing. A wide, unfixed attention that took in the whole field without locking onto any one point. He called it the perception gaze versus the sight gaze. Most people use sight. They focus on the threat directly. Musashi used perception. He softened his focus and let information come to him. In practical terms, this looks like relaxed eye contact, not a stare, not avoidance. Your eyes rest on the person calmly, the way you'd look at something you're genuinely curious about, rather than something you're afraid of or trying to destroy. It's a subtle shift, but the person on the receiving end feels it immediately. There's nothing to grab onto, no fear to exploit, no anger to mirror back. Just someone looking at them with the patience of someone who has all the time in the world. That unsettles people deeply. They came here for a reaction. You're not giving them one. After the eyes, watch the shoulders. When humans perceive threat, the shoulders rise. It's automatic, a physical preparation for impact, fight or flight, and it's completely visible to anyone paying attention. Raised shoulders say, I feel threatened, I'm bracing. Dropped, relaxed shoulders say something completely different. I don't consider this a genuine danger. Musashi would approach a duel with his shoulders low and his body loose. Not because he was careless, but because he was completely prepared. He didn't need to brace. He'd already done the work. Right now, wherever you are, drop your shoulders, actively lower them. Notice how much tension you were holding without realizing it. That release, that's the physiological signal that tells your nervous system to stop treating the situation as an emergency. And when your nervous system calms, your thinking clears. And when your thinking clears, your words improve. This is the counterintuitive truth of body language. It doesn't just communicate to others, it communicates to you. Your posture shapes your internal state in real time. If you walk into a difficult conversation with your body already in a defensive configuration, you've set your own mind against you before the other person says a word. Most people, when uncomfortable, shift their weight constantly, side to side, back and forth, small nervous movements that broadcast discomfort to everyone watching. Plant your feet, stand or sit with your weight evenly distributed, solidly placed, like you belong exactly where you are. Because you do. This posture communicates rootedness. You're not looking for an exit. You're not flinching. You're not being pushed anywhere. In a confrontation, the person who appears ready to move is the person under pressure. The person who is completely still is the one in control. Musashi's dueling stance was called the stance of no stance. He refused to telegraph his intentions through a committed position. He stayed neutral, grounded, adaptable. His body gave nothing away. You can do this in a meeting, at a dinner table, through a phone call even. The way you hold your body affects the quality and tone of your voice without you consciously changing a thing. This is the part most people overlook entirely, and it costs them. A micro-expression is an involuntary facial movement, lasting a fraction of a second. A flicker of fear, contempt, amusement, or anxiety that crosses your face before you can control it. The problem in confrontations: your opponent is watching for these. Maybe not consciously, but their nervous system is scanning you for information the whole time. And every signal you give them is data they use to calibrate how hard to push. A slight smile, even a nervous one, reads as mockery. It triggers escalation. A furrowed brow reads as confusion or fear. It signals that their attack is landing. A quick look down signals that a point stung. They'll return to that point. The goal is not to become emotionally blank. That's unnatural and unsustainable. The goal is latency, a slight delay between stimulus and facial response. That tiny gap gives your conscious mind time to intercept the automatic reaction. You build this with practice. Specifically, with the breathing technique from the previous chapter. Controlled breath slows down your autonomic nervous system, the system responsible for involuntary responses. When that system quiets, your face follows. Breathe slowly, your face will tell a calmer story.